There's so much beauty in Chester County. The rolling hills, the cobblestone streets. But hiding behind many doors in our community, there's a problem. And it's not talked about in social settings because it's uncomfortable. It stirs a variety of unpleasant emotions: shame, embarrassment, fear, even anger. The truth is, so many afflicted by this issue wear a mask to shield what's really going on. Living with this heavy mask is painful, physically, emotionally, sometimes financially. But you must wear it everywhere you go, not just at home, but at school, in the workplace, with your friends and extended family. Domestic violence is invisible, but it is right there in front of us. It is not acceptable, and it must end. The sooner we shatter the illusion, expose the abuse and violence, the sooner we can stop this cycle of abuse and empower survivors to reach out, rebuild, and be fearless, embracing strength and determination, and getting out from behind the mask.
My name is Laura Duskwich. This is Freddie, and we have been volunteers at the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County for over 4 years as direct volunteers. And most recently, I was elected to the board in October, which makes Freddie kind of, I guess, a de facto board member as well. When I think about some of the people, so I'll give a story from just a few months ago. When we arrive, we always call ahead because we want to be thoughtful of what may be going on here. And I called and they said there will be a family coming in. And I asked whether or not I should not bring Freddie. They said, no, please come because this might help. It was a mom and her 2 children. And when they came in, their little boy saw Freddie and ran right up to him. Started hugging him, petting him, kissing him. And I realized that Freddie and I had to hang for a while, which was fine. And I asked, after the son was done petting him and they were kind of getting their bearings and taking a tour of the location, I asked the advocate, where did they come from? And she said, straight from the hospital. So the kindness that Freddie had given that child, basically being in trauma, was impactful to the point of a few weeks later, since we come on a regular basis, Freddie, we were doing a few visits and I got a call from the same advocate. Are you coming? I'm like, yeah, I'm running a little late, but we'll be there, don't worry. So Freddie had definitely made a friend with that little boy because she said, there is a Freddie fort waiting for you here. I said, a Freddie fort? They had taken a very large dining room table and had put a large comforter over it and pillows and all sorts of comfy things, and they wanted to play fort with Freddie. And it was that little boy that he made that connection with just a few weeks ago who had put that all together.
The Domestic Violence Center of Chester County received 3,907 hotline calls last year.
About 6 years ago, the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County rolled out a pilot program for the lethality assessment program. My department, City of Coatesville, along with Oxford Borough, were the first 2 departments in Chester County to utilize the screen. The screen's simple. It's 11 questions, yes or no. The officers ask those questions at the scene or at the police station shortly after the incident, and it's 11 questions to gauge the potential for homicide. It's evidence-based. It's called the Maryland model, and now nearly every department utilizes the lethality screen. As part of my role with the Domestic Violence Center and the City of Coatesville Police Department, I don't just train our police officers, I train the trainer for all the other departments in Chester County. And it's a fabulous program. It connects victims and survivors to valuable resources at no cost that moves the victim from harmed to empowered. And the goal is to quickly move people through the process that is so challenging sometimes, navigating the court system, legal documents, counseling. All these things are so important. It's a piece of a multi-piece puzzle, but it gets victims to services quickly. And I cannot say enough about the leadership, the volunteers, the staff of the Domestic Violence Center. They are caring, they're capable, and they are driven by hearts that just want to help families in need. And I'm glad to be part of that.
And my passion happened to be for the protection of women and children's rights and physical protection. So Domestic Violence Center of Chester County fit right into what I'm passionate about. And then, so that's the I identify what's my passion. Then the second letter is R, is research. Once I've actually identified what my passion is, there's so many organizations out there, nonprofit organizations out there, that you could actually donate your time and your money. So why do I want to actually participate and get involved with Domestic Violence Center of Chester County? Well, I went online. I did a research with Charitable Navigator. I think it's Charity Navigator. And there are many other sites that actually rank charitable organizations. And Domestic Violence Center have received awards from United Way of Chester County. We're a really high quality organization. We try to keep our expenses low and actually give back as much money as we possibly can to the clients and to the programs. So I did a research and identified this particular organization is really top notch. It's now one of those organizations actually that doesn't deliver in terms of its mission. And the last one is A. So it's IRA. The A is the action. Now that I have identified my passion and I've done my research and knowing Domestic Violence Center is the organization that I want to be associated with, now I got to take action. And so for me, as I said, I actually then started, once I realized that I want to really get involved with this organization, instead of right away join, I actually went and took a class for 9 months. And so I know that I could be the best board of director that I can be for the center. And then as soon as I graduated, I joined this organization.
There is hope. Through national, state, and local organizations like the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County, we can support and empower survivors, educate the public, and stop the abuse.
On behalf of victim survivors and their dependent children, the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County thanks you for all of your support, your financial support, your support when you roll up your sleeves and help us clean out one of the units so that we can house another family. Your support when you go to the community and collect new items so that we can use for our families. It does make a significant difference, the work that you do as a community and contributing back to the Domestic Violence Center. So this fundraiser is really, really critical to the survivor of our mission, and we really are grateful and extremely happy that you are a part of our mission and part of the movement and are great ambassadors for victim survivors of domestic violence.
Together we can stop the cycle of abuse and empower survivors to reach out, rebuild, and be fearless. embracing strength and determination, and getting out from behind the mask.